You probably know the feeling, sweaty, fast breathing, quick heart rate. That's a cortisol spike. It feels awful, and its imbalance is the cause of your anxiety. Rebalance Health's 3-part anxiety system helps address it at the root. Rebalance Health lozenges are natural and designed for optimal absorption, providing 24-hour relief. Live life fully without feeling like you're fighting for it. Get 50% off your first month with code CALM23 at rebalancehealth.com.
Wake up at Holiday Inn Express to a can't-miss breakfast that's free with every stay. Count on all the hot, fresh coffee you need and an incredible breakfast buffet that has something for everyone, like eggs, cinnamon rolls, and even hot, fresh pancakes with all the toppings you crave. Next time, do yourself a favor and stay at a Holiday Inn Express with a can't-miss breakfast that's free with every stay. So, when you wake up at Holiday Inn Express, you'll wake up happy. A part of IHG Hotels and Resorts.
Get the fuck out of here. Talking about putting a man to his knees. You don't have to put me to my knees. I'm gonna put you on yours though. Shit, you ain't gonna walk when I'm done.
What did this like pro woman meme say exactly? Do you remember it like verbatim?
It was like God. Thinking back on it, it was like just like something about putting a man to his knees and stuff like that. You don't have to chase anybody, queen, stuff like that. I'm like, what are you a queen of? If you're by your fucking self, I guess you're not really leading shit, are you? You're on an island to nowhere.
Yeah, that's 100% true. I don't know what it's just there's two ways to bring a man to his knees. Tell him you're pregnant and then tell him you want child support. Right?
That's about right. I mean, I love it though. It's like it's pointless as fuck because it's like they act like, and yeah, I'm gonna say it, but they act like, oh, we could do without you men. No, you can't. No, you can't.
Is that like motivational meme woman? Is that the same one that like continuously just makes like, I mean, because we're on the cusp of it, but like, is that the same woman that makes continuous like New Year's resolutions and it never goes anywhere? But they're the same thing. They're like, attract better people to me, right? And then like find a man that compliments me and blah. It's like everything it's the kind of woman that blames all of her bad habits and bad attitude on the retrograde or like her astrological sign. I'm like, I thought you were just a bitch. I didn't know it was because you were a fucking I mean, you say you're Cancer, but I kind of believe you're Cancer. You're ruining my life. It's like that. You know, the weirdest thing about like the holidays too, it always reveals like who's real uppity about like what they like. That one of the biggest controversial things to eat like any holiday dinner is like cranberry sauce, right? Like, have you ever had anybody who just either loves it or just fucking despises it? Like, as if cranberries, the taste of cranberries is hell on earth or some shit like that.
Yeah, there's like really no in between, right? Like, you either really like it or you really fucking hate it.
It's like yams
where you're
too.
like attack people.
Yeah, people like with yams are like that too. They're like, ew, hot sweet potatoes, gay, like that, right? And you're like, what the fucking big deal? And half those people are like judging you for liking fucking cranberry sauce, but they're out there eating ass. What's up with that shit?
I don't know, man. I mean, like at the end of the day, people just do a little too much.
Fucking John Madden is dead.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I thought they meant the video game franchise, so I got really excited and shit. And I was like, yeah, yes. I thought I was going to get like 2K next year. But then I realized, oh, John Madden. Like, I forgot he was a human. I just thought he was a bunch of shitty football games.
We kind of all forgot once they started taking his face off the covers.
Yeah.
Well, we know what'll outlive him now. They come out every year, man. They ain't stopping anytime soon.
No. They should just put him back on the covers. I mean, technically, they put him on the cover, and he outlived the curse, the Madden curse.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
by like at least 15 years.
Yeah, just don't. I mean, if you put anyone from the Washington football team on there, that team might literally, they might just all explode or something. with how things have gone for them. So
but the crazy thing is, once again, you know how like a lot of people like to go ahead and showcase off that now that somebody of prominence is dead,
Yeah, he's probably been touching dudes' butts and shit. We never knew. Some fucking wacky.
Well, no, not the controversy, but I wouldn't be surprised if some of that shit would come out. But it's like, like how everybody would be like, man, I miss John Madden. This is dedicated to John Madden, man. We're doing this for John.
Yeah, you can get
it's coming.
Now you can get like the Madden,
the John Madden Legacy Edition.
Yes,
yeah, it's coming.
Before we get into anything, I will say this. I'll finalize before we intro or whatever. Like, I'm pretty sure that EA primarily makes sports games for wiggers. Hey man, shout out to the guys who were actually nutting in socks, because I didn't know that was a thing till I saw American Pie.
Oh yeah.
Wait, you didn't know? Like, shoot, that's supposed to be like your first pocket pussy, man.
My honest internal monologue thought when I saw that and kind of figured that out, in my mind I said, fucking white people, man.
Yeah.
We can't afford to nut on our socks.
Yeah, dog. I gotta wear those to fucking work, yo. Are you fucking crazy?
Well, who's to say that he ain't wearing it to work?
Not only that, there's holes in those shits. That shit's gonna go just right through.
Yeah. My leg all nut and it'll be through the hole.
He's sheathing his sword right now.
Also, dude, do you just pull off the sock you were using the other day or what? Like, nasty
dongle.
Shit. Yeah. You're gonna get athlete's cock.
Oh no.
Oh damn.
The doctor's gonna be like, son, I have never seen this before. your dick looks like that weird scene when they find Yoshi in the Mario Brothers movie.
Your dick is pretty much the same texture as Deadpool's face.
Yeah. Your dick looks like an old Chuck E. Cheese pizza, and I don't know why exactly.
Yeah. You're a very interesting case, man. And not only that, it's going to help me get rich. Let's go ahead and show you out to the public.
Whip that dick out and come with me. He takes you out the back. There's paparazzi.
Dicks out.
With me if you want to live.
Don't worry. I am a dermatologist. We will solve this.
The paparazzi chase you down the street, right? Everyone from fucking Popular Science or whatever the fuck, trying to figure out what's on your dick and shit. And at the end, they corner you in a hallway, and you're like, "I'm not an animal. I'm a man, just like you." And while your dick's out,
shit.
And they're like, "Yeah, shut up, pizza dick boy, whatever." I don't know, whatever fucking name they'd give you.
I don't know, man. Like,
put it in the cat.
Worse than that, putting your dick in a pie.
Yeah,
like. Is nobody gonna ask what happened to the fucking pie?
Once again, these are white people, man. I mean, like, this is things they do. It's kind of like that guy who took a drink and dived into like an ice filled, an ice bath.
I never got like a wild hair up my ass to put my dick in the menudo. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like when people take their dick and put it in an apple pie like that. I'd
have gotten slapped in the next century if I got fucking busted putting my dick in the tamales like that.
Yeah. Like, why the fuck would you even think that
tamale all fucking ripped open and shit?
Like, roll it around in that burrito. Like, get the action going.
Yeah.
All the beans.
Yeah, right? Yo, Mike, is this
your proteins
sour cream
and my
in this,
proteins?
Sour cream's kind of runny in this mug.
Sour cream.
What is this, a fucking Taco Bell burrito with all sour cream in it?
Oh, it's a little chunky. It must be cottage cheese.
Oh my god. Nasty.
Son, that ain't no damn cottage and ain't no damn cheese. Get it out of here.
Who keeps coming on the flan? No one will ever know.
You want to be able to tell.
That's the scary for fun. Yeah, that's fucking.
How many whacks does it take to get to?
I keep putting
the moist center.
I put the two pan dulces together so they look like ass cheeks, and I just put my dick between them. I'm like, yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
Ay Dios mío, yeah.
That pogo play though, right?
Sorry, I'm drooling on myself.
That ain't drool.
That ain't drool. It's hair gel. Just kidding. That's not gel. That's me.
At least it's all natural.
Oh man. Only white people are putting their dick in a sock.
Yeah.
And only white people are like, yeah, no, not November. Yeah, okay.
Well, I don't know, man. There's a lot. That shit became equal opportunity after a while because I gotta send you this thing called "You Won't See Me Gutta," where it's like all of these minorities All these minority sad boys, man, come out the
no.
woodwork doing this shit to themselves. And they on the, and on YouTube, TikTok, you name it. I'm like, fuck.
It's kind of nuts, huh? People will just put themselves out there like that. Like, no shame at all.
Sad boy life, man.
I don't know, man. If I'm not nutting, I'm not telling people about it.
I mean, like, it's hard to feel sorry for them when it's I always say this, but it's true. Like, this person did it to themselves out here and shit. Rather than just going to meet somebody and develop charm, no, you decide to develop sadness and take it out on everybody and go ahead and explain more and more about your life that nobody needs. Like, the original guy was Oreo Man. That's what they called him anyway.
Oreo Man. What?
Yeah. He used to say this. He's like, sometimes in life, you gotta be a bitch. You gotta be a piece of shit. I black girls don't want to date me. Black girls don't want to date me. I'm mad. For real. Man. This is the video. I was like, wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mr. Your Mom's Favorite. You might also know me as Wash, or you can know me as that guy owes your mom child support. Whatever you want to call me. I don't care, because it ain't daddy. So, join with me, by me, virtually. Ooh, made that rhyme. Like how Eminem said you can rhyme orange with orange, porridge, morange, and 4-inch or some shit like that. That's a shitty hip-hop nerd reference. I'm joined by J.M. Brady, J360, Mr. Jams himself. Jay, you want to introduce yourself? Say hello to the people listening.
Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is J-Man, leader of J360 Productions. How are you all doing? Feels good to be back on SOTA, along with the coolest crew in the cosmos.
Hell yeah. Yes. And aside from him, we have Mucifer. You might know him as XX Chimpango XX. Am I saying that right? Is there like should I put some more spice on it? Chimpango. Just let it air out, reverb.
You gotta whisper it like Roger with what the fuck was that? Ricky Spanish. That's what it is. I'm like an ad for cologne.
All the showers in the world can't wash him out.
Yeah. He'll be stuck in your gums for days, ladies.
That's right.
Oh,
you will smell me forever, he said.
He's the guy who coined the phrase, the face candy will make your teeth whiter.
There it is.
Man. And one
Knock
person
the
we
bottom
are missing,
out that ass.
one person we are missing that you might have heard before was Al. He's out still getting the streets. He's ears to the streets. He wants to know what's happening prior to New Year's. He's trying to get everyone's resolution. And my New Year's resolution is to make sure that Al is alive and safe in the hood. And that's probably the only resolution I'm keeping. And I'm keeping myself in my word. But gentlemen, how have you been since we did this last? Any sort of funny Seinfeldian observations or anything going on? Anything cool? Anything planned? Anything coming up?
No, it is year's end at J360 Productions. So that means that we get to celebrate getting through this fantastic year of 2021 to make room for the greatest year to come, 2022. And at the end of the day, it's like this. We're going to have lots of laughs about it because the fuckery just don't stop. Mm-hmm. And indeed, I just saw the opening gateway right there because Joe Biden's still president. Donald Trump is getting praised. And not only that, more and more insanity from the other people out there, not to mention the CDC and their new fucking thing. So yes, loads of fuckery to come. Yes. But I'm still tapping that cosplayer, so I'm good.
Yeah.
All right, you're saying?
There you go. I mean, hey, you gotta, if you gotta put it in something, dress it up. Hey,
that's it. He's got to bust her out of the E-Girl Factory now and again, but I think I'm doing good.
The E-Girl Factory.
The E-Girl Factory.
Wow, man. It's cool how girls got a fucking cool name and guys are just still considered gamers. Wow.
Are we?
Yeah, you
I thought we were considered like
if you call me an e-boy, it sounds like I'm for sale. It sounds like you can put your dick in my ass.
Well, technically we are e-boys considering what we do. But the point is
true. I see what you're saying. I get
well,
you.
Well,
like
what's really funny is
you're gonna auction off.
Yeah. Auction this e-boy off. Yikes.
I am an e-boy.
Oh, fucking
yeah, that is kind of never mind. Come up with a new name. I am the Edgelord. Because there's a lot of people on Reddit that are about the edge, and they always say all that wild shit. You know who they are.
Reddit's a funny place, man. Reddit is kind of the place that I try not to burp into the mic, and I think I failed at it. Reddit's the only place too where you can like literally you can't say anything pro Trump or pro right, but there are groups that literally like support and almost embrace and encourage incest and inbreeding.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's a fucking crazy. Like, I can flash my dick on Twitter, but I can't tell you that like, hey, I think guys shouldn't be putting on wigs and fighting in the UFC against other women. What the fuck do I know?
Well, you know what? Of course, as you and me always say, and of course Mustafa says too, the big fuckery is yet to come.
Oh yeah,
we got to see exactly how things go because everybody has their own brand of it. Like, let's see, 2020 was basically everything COVID. 2021, everybody was talking about the vaccines of COVID and the variants, along with the siege of the Capitol on January 6th.
Now that's how you bring it a new year.
No.
That's one hell of a fucking party, if I gotta be honest. No. The fuckery is here to stay, gentlemen. Speaking of which, Christmas is officially behind us now as we look to the new year, but for one Long Island son, the naughty list may never have his name erased from it.
New information tonight on a double shooting inside a home on Long Island. Sources say a mother and father were allegedly shot by their adult son. CBS 2's Kieran Dillon has more.
In this quiet but affluent community of Hewlett Harbor, neighbors are reacting in disbelief to news of a double shooting on Christmas morning. Sources tell us police answered a call about a disturbance at a home on Seawain Drive around 10 Saturday morning. That's where officers found two residents of the home who had been shot. A 64-year-old female had been shot in the head. A 65-year-old male had been shot in the back. Both victims were conscious and alert when they were transported to the hospital. Neighbors and property records show the home was purchased by Rocco and Vincenza Tomasetti. Sources tell us a 29-year-old man, the couple's son, left the home after the incident, but was tracked down by police in Mahwah, New Jersey a short while later, where he was arrested in connection to the shooting. He is now in custody and charges are pending. We did speak to several people going in and out of this residence. For now, they tell us they have no comment. In Hewlett Harbor, Long Island, Kieran Dillon, CBS 2 News.
Is that a case of one pair of socks gifted too many or what?
Not enough. It was the one thing he had on his Christmas list. Socks.
No more socks. Oh,
more socks.
I'm so tired of these fucking Fila socks.
I mean, it was over socks, right?
Probably. I don't know.
They weren't dry fit. That's what it was.
I don't know. This story was kind of weird to me. You know what I'm saying?
That seems like, kind of odd. Like, it's Christmas and you shoot your parents and you're 29 years old. Actions like that have like stories behind them, right? I think if you
they usually do
sometimes. And in my mind, if I'm going to go like CSI all over this thing, I'm thinking you shoot your parents on Christmas morning. So there's got to be some sort of weight to that. It's not like an accident. It's not like a freak accident. It just seems very weird that like some of the reports said that it looks like they waited till they opened presents.
Yeah. You know, Halo 3, like the guy who actually killed his parents because they wouldn't let him play Halo 3. Remember that?
I remember that. Yes.
So
yes.
like see that was a reason that triggered him.
Yeah. It was Halo Infinity. He didn't get it.
It's probably Madden. If someone got me Madden, I'd shoot him twice.
Well, why? Because the games weren't too good, or because at the end of the day you were so excited you got Madden?
Both. I'm like, yeah, what? And then just have a whole spiral of emotions I'd go down. Yeah.
Now, somebody got me Madden, I would know that they knew me the best. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause, like I want to play it, I just don't want to pay for it.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Yes, because part of me thought, like, man, is Madden free yet?
Yeah, that's what that's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for the Madden sale to
hit.
And
Call of Duty.
I was this close.
Did the Call of Duty still happen? Because I was wondering.
Call of Duty Vanguard still happen, and it's already on sale of 35% off.
Yeah.
The game didn't do too good, did it?
I know.
No.
Yeah. So yeah, I was like, just a couple more weeks, baby. It'll be pretty much free.
No.
You know? Because then they do that New Year's sale, right? From January 1st to the 14th. It's like, come get your fucking games. We don't want them.
Yeah, because like this sale, I think ends like beginning of January.
Yeah.
Oh shoot! Then I need to go ahead and get my copy of Tony Hawk while it's still on $20.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, because they'll bump it back up to 40 or whatever the fuck that remaster is or whatever.
I don't care. I gave them the full 40 when I bought that shit.
Yeah,
like,
me too. Yeah.
I mean, it is a good game. Let's not lie, but I was like, I wasn't home as much. So
yeah. With me,
and now that we're going into the winter season, I actually can do some power plays. But what were you were saying?
Yeah. No, I was saying Infinite's fantastic. If somebody got me Madden, I might graze you a little bit with a couple of rounds just out of excitement.
There I mean, this couldn't be like this isn't the tip of the iceberg, right? There's more to come with this.
Yeah, there's got to be more to this fucking story, dude. You're getting all juiced up but still living at home. What are you, a fucking personal trainer?
He wasn't he?
Oh, yeah, you know.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was actually a footnote.
I'm pretty sure after COVID there are tons of personal trainers that live with their parents.
I could have sworn one of the in one of the headlines it's
what kills me, right? The whole thing about inflation. I mean, that's basis for another episode, but still, it's like they act like inflation is not man-made and they can't do anything about it. Why is that?
It's also like,
you know what I'm saying?
You can print money all you want. Yes, like that's another like you can do both. You can make it up
actually,
and you can print money. You know what I mean? Like, and the companies decide inflation.
Yeah.
Not the government.
Right.
Ah, man. That's a marker of the time. And fellas, speaking of marker of time, can I ask you a question? What's the fucking big deal about time capsules?
You mean that whole thing where it's like you put some stuff in like a box or something and you set it like somewhere where it's supposed to be locked away until somebody else finds it?
Yeah. Yeah. And this
pretty much the plot of Pixels.
Yes. Yeah. and this week there was a discovery made, but kind of not really. I guess there was something missing from this time capsule.
Virginia, once the capital of the Confederacy. 3 months ago, in a nation newly sensitive to glorifying a Confederate general, the towering Robert E. Lee statue that was completed in 1890 was taken down. Historians delighted when the dismantling appeared to reveal a time capsule. They believed it might hold a possible second photograph of President Abraham Lincoln taken after he was assassinated. But the box was nothing more than random keepsakes. But yesterday, when teams cut through the granite pedestal, there it was, the real time capsule.
Everybody ready?
The 36-pound copper box opened by Virginia archaeologists 134 years after it was sealed.
Not too bad. It's not soup.
Inside, Confederate money, bullets, a hand-carved Confederate flag, a Bible, coins,
a slave foot,
an old newspaper, but no photo of President Abraham Lincoln's corpse.
No photograph. Are you disappointed?
You're expecting that?
But not surprised.
What a
Abraham
weird
Lincoln's
want.
widow, Mary Todd Lincoln, absolutely forbid any photographs to be taken of her husband while he was lying in state.
Well, that was like the smartest thing Mary ever came up with.
1865 edition of Harper's
that bulletproof
with a
vest.
printed etching of a woman grieving
among other
President
things.
Lincoln's coffin. President Lincoln shot just 6 days after General Robert E. Lee surrendered. The Civil War over. Slaves were eventually freed. And the fractured nation, once again, the United States of America. Kerry Sanders, NBC News.
Yeah, why the fuck did you have to tell people that? Most people wouldn't know about the damn Civil War. That's like, look, there's 3 wars you talk about when you're going through school, especially public school: Revolutionary, Civil, and World War I and II. That, you know what I mean? Yeah. I try to keep World War I and II in the same bracket because, one's a sequel to the other one. But it's like, those are the ones that...
Waiting for the trilogy.
Yeah, like, pretty much it's like, you're only going to hear about them. You'll hardly hear about, like, Vietnam or Korea and all that.
Yeah, you don't really hear about... you don't hear anything about fucking Vietnam for sure.
So,
I think Vietnam... I remember, in school, right? Like, the Vietnam War was, like, a paragraph long.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we went to Vietnam, 1972.
Yeah.
They just skipped it. You're like, well, hold on.
And they don't talk about all the stuff leading to it, like what happened in the 60s on in either. Like, they want to talk about we'll talk about the 70s because that was a very prime moment. I was like, most of the shit happened in the 60s. What are you talking about?
That's a funny thing, right? Like some of those wars, they just kind of act like didn't fucking happen. Like it didn't matter or it's not as important.
Keep in mind, we did go to both world wars late, you know? They don't want to tell you that, but we did.
Well, that's the funny thing is like we were also giving Germany weapons.
Yeah,
you know, but then
among other
Japanese
things,
yeah,
like they had to mess with us for us to get in there. So like think about it, you know,
like we cared, but you care as much as like I don't care if those guys like fucking drive fast down my street, but I only care if they hit my dog.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? It's like that.
Yeah. But we could delve into that whole thing about warfare and another app. But the truth is that when it comes to this whole thing, you're looking for a picture of Lincoln's corpse, really? It's a fucking Confederate memorial, damn it. Of course you're gonna see all that Confederate flag shit and stuff like that in there. No kidding.
That was probably like a stash box somebody threw down and they thought it was a time capsule. It was like, yo, there's a couple of bullets, there's some fucking gold in here, and there's like a picture of my family.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, yeah, that lady's like, oh, yeah, no suit, no suit.
I'm going to go build my own time capsule.
A little movie came out recently that we could probably talk about that contains a hero. And,
sure.
A hero of high regard, and I'll be honest, I watched some spoilers on it just to get the gist. But did you gentlemen see Spider-Man?
Indeed, I did.
No Way
I did.
Home?
I did.
Well, you guys are my heroes, and I'm not going to stand here and wait. So I would.
You'll hold on to the wings of the Eagles?
Oh yeah, I'm going to hold on to the wings of the Eagles and whatever, the love from the whatever.
Watch as we all fly away.
Hell yeah. All right, well, enough of that fucking song. And gentlemen, you saw Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to go first?
I'd say Mustafa should go.
Okay. I don't know if I want to say I saw Spider-Man. I saw somebody dressed like Spider-Man. There was probably like 6 minutes in that whole entire movie that I thoroughly enjoyed. Yeah. The rest of it was just me like, God damn it.
What were those 6 minutes contained? Do you want to go into spoilers? Should we do spoilers, or should we keep it respectful and at least maybe just kind of summarize those 6 minutes and what?
Well, how many weeks has it been? Because usually I have like a 3-week rule, you know?
Yeah.
Because if they haven't saw it by that third week, they ain't going to see it at all until it's Disney Plus.
And with Omicron,
just fast forward through the shit then, like.
You know,
yeah. Grow up here,
or they just gonna have to take this shit.
Just take it. Give it to him. Give it to him, man. Fucking. What's that song? What's that Oreo Man song? Doesn't matter. Hey, yeah. All right, so give it to us.
Besides, at this point, like you can't even get on the internet without like something.
Yeah, there were spoilers like 4 minutes after the movie came out, obviously. Yeah. So
yeah.
So basically, the 6 minutes was just basically when all three of them, Andrew Garfield, fucking, the other cracker, and Tom Holland all get together and just have like a 6 minute like suck fest where they're just like blowing each other. That was it.
Okay, is this that web shooters lab scene? Is that what I'm guessing?
No. This is something similar, but like
when they're on
like
the bridge.
Yeah.
Well, the building structure wasn't a bridge, but yeah, Statue of Liberty.
So that's what it was. The Statue of Liberty. They're all just standing there, just like blowing each other. It was awesome.
In contrast to the rest of the film, what about that was standout compared to what else was going on? Because there's like I'm guessing a 2-hour movie, so on average, right? So a 2-hour movie.
It was like 3 hours.
2.5.
Oh, fucking damn. Okay, so out of 2.5, almost 3-hour movie, 6 minutes is enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
Why? What makes the other percentage of that movie not enjoyable?
It's just like they packed it with a lot of shit, which honestly didn't. It wasn't like as overwhelming as like maybe like the last Avengers movie or whatever, where they're just like cramming so much shit in. I don't know. I guess like the way that the way they sort of had it go, it was like very natural, very easy to follow along, very like
formulaic.
Right. Yeah. Which was fine, but it's still like they had so much in it, and yet like nobody was really doing anything. Like you have 5 villains in this movie and nobody has anything to do.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like, this isn't like you've done this before.
Yeah.
Like, why are you still doing it?
Do you think that is an issue of the fact that you have all these villains that, I mean, at that point, you could probably make an argument that these villains are brought in because the world they've set up so far with this Spider-Man isn't very, I guess you could say, isn't very interesting. And so they've gone backwards with it.
That's what I thought it was, but it turns out that like we're just trying to connect everything that's ever been done.
Oh.
So that like, just so that you're like, you can go anywhere. You know what I mean? Like they're trying not to like, just like box themselves in with just like Tom Holland, because you know he might not want to do this anymore. They can go anywhere now. It seems kind of like a safety net.
Like the demand for Tobey Maguire and more older style of Spider-Man was kind of what people wanted. So what about the villains? There's that old saying where they say like a hero is only as captivating as their villains are, because it puts them against ideologies and personalities that are counter to the hero, right? Sometimes a mirror, sometimes a twisted mirror, sometimes a funhouse mirror.
Yeah.
So you have 5 of technically like Spider-Man's, some of the biggest villains in comic book history ever. I mean, questionable with Electro, but still reasonably in the Sinister Six of the lineage of rogues galleries for Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
So why in your mind do you feel that didn't work? Do you feel like it should have worked, or do you think that's probably one of the reasons why it didn't work? Like if you don't have a focus on a villain, how do you have a focus on a character? And then how do you have a focus on the world in which you're trying to make all those things exist, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel like that was the issue?
Yeah. And I think like the whole movie was just about getting somewhere and not really like the journey to get there. Like you're just there. You know what I'm saying?
Because they
like,
shoved it into the one movie, right?
Right.
It's like that thing. Yeah.
Right. And like, again, you know, time constraints, I get it. I can forgive it to a certain degree, but like, I don't know. It just felt like a lot of waiting around.
Damn.
I don't know.
Do you feel like it's because eventually you know you're going to be left with Tom Holland? From what I saw, and Jay, I'll ask you the same questions, but from what I saw and from what I gathered, kind of what I'm getting from you, Eric, is there was a lot of to do just to put him in the position in which we saw Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man anyways.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
yeah.
To where it was almost nothing new, but kind of new, but not new enough. You know, like I guess you could say there's always these reinventions of Batman, right?
Yeah.
Like that kind of make it so compelling. You can kind of take different spins at Superman. This is the kind of the first generation of it, but we've only seen one version of Captain America and Iron Man in this universe. So do you think that maybe this is their way of getting away from something that was kind of so milquetoast bland-ish of a version of a character?
Definitely.
Jay, what were your thoughts? What would you say to what Mustafa is saying?
He's not wrong entirely. I mean, because it was this, more or less, this was a fan service movie. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
And like all 5 movies that you saw previously that builds onto this one, you know what I mean? Like from the classics, like from Tobey Maguire's side and Andrew Garfield's side, they're the backbone of this movie. Like you know Tom Holland's adventures and all that jazz, but you see this time it's like he really kind of grew into being Spider-Man at best. But you see the thing about who the villain is, that's questionable when you have like a large stack roster like this. And then, you know, he does try to cure the villains at the second half of the movie. But the thing is that one of the villains, the Green Goblin, was too twisted to be cured anyway, even though they managed to make a cure for him.
Yeah.
So that was kind of And then there's a part where like Aunt May, died because apparently like, you know, she has died before, but this time it's a permanent value. And she does say the whole with great power comes great responsibility line. And it's like when like there's a mention about an Uncle Ben and like the 2 other Spider-Men that we know about Uncle Ben. It's like Tom Holland Spider-Man doesn't know who the hell that is, even though he carried his briefcase in like the Far From Home movie.
Yeah.
So it's like they left some things out of like what Tom Holland Spider-Man is. But the thing about it is like you're too invested in like what we know. See, we all know the stuff from the early 2000s on in.
Yeah.
So it's like we have a footnote and all this stuff, an imprint. So it's like it's enjoyable with that. But when it's like you're trying to look at it from this new era Spider-Man point of view and stuff like that, it's like, oh, okay, I see. And then all of a sudden, but at least his spider sense is working, and at least he's able to fight this time. Because in some of the other ones, like in Homecoming, they wouldn't even let him punch. But by the time we got to Far From Home, he's able to punch. And then like the battle sequences, oh yeah, they're phenomenal. But it's like at the heart of this whole thing, it's like, he's actually trying to help the villains, to be cured of their ailments and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's not too bad. I actually thought it was a 3 out of 5. You know what I mean? Because I was having my problems there with MCU Spider-Man till now. And it's actually been done right. Like, they don't know who he is anymore. So he's Spider-Man again. And he actually lives on his own. And he started fighting crime again. But this time he made a suit for himself. So there's no Stark tech or anything. So,
and that was one thing in the last episode. That's what we those were some of my biggest complaints, but I think we all kind of agreed that like there are some things that are so preliminary in characters that they kind of can't be unchanged. There are kind of ideas that have to withstand. I think Captain America isn't as interesting if he just fucking is always buff and always been good at football or some shit like that, And then he just puts on a Captain America suit and throws a frisbee and he's like, I'm Captain America now. And you're just like, oh, okay. There has to be like that struggle. I think the one biggest red flag for me in this was having to look at something and then kind of realizing that they're forcing hardship on a character that hasn't done anything to even go through any of that. I think that was my biggest concern, even seeing some of the marketing stuff, was like, I don't understand. If you wanted my interest, yeah, it's going to be there when you show me Tobey Maguire or hint at it. You show me the villains from those movies, for sure. Mm-hmm. Like, that's going to have my interest, especially because it's probably the most faithful of the comic books that the movies, any movie probably has ever been for a superhero movie, especially in terms of like its roots, like its old Ditko, Stan Lee run roots. And I think to me, it was just like, well, we've seen nothing but like chipper, cool, cute, small Tom Holland Spider-Boy guy, right? Where the suit literally looks like the Disney cartoon that they have running right now for children.
That's what we have been watching for the last, fucking 5-6 years.
And it was like, okay, now it's time to grow him up. But I wonder if once all the good villains are gone, that it's like, dude, what the fuck is he like? You set
like, who's he gonna
up,
fight now, right?
Yeah, it like the Avengers issue is like you threw everything and the kitchen sink at these people so quick, and so far from like you could even probably tell from the trailer, like in one movie you're giving people way too much shit, and the only way you're able to write it in there, quote unquote, write it in there, is because fans are so invested in the other previous Spider-Man movies that it does the writing for the fan.
Yeah, it does.
Because if you saw like Willem Dafoe fly in on a glider, and with no reference, and Tom Holland's like, "Who are you?" He's like, "Hey, I'm the Green Goblin. I don't like Spider-Man," and you're just like, "Okay, whatever."
That's essentially what happened, though.
Well, yeah, it is, but unfortunately, like,
oh no,
but the thing is,
oh god.
Well, remember when I said it's like a fan service movie, and like the 5 usually build this one up?
Yeah.
Well, they had moments where the villains were like, while they were contained, they told their story, so they gave you the exposition for it, like what happened. Like Sandman talked about what happened to Ock and Green Goblin because he was in that lineup. And then like there's a moment where the Lizard and Electro, because they were both employees of Oscorp, they talked about what happened to each other. So it built everything up to speed, and that's why you knew what things were, especially if you saw the movies when they came out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like hard to miss Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 1 through 3, considering it's also memes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's a cultural zeitgeist of a thing. So, would you guys kind of agree 3 out of 5? Do you think there's promise in it? As we kind of round it out, we got like 2.5 left here.
Yeah,
but
definitely. Like I didn't fucking hate it. It's just, like
it was mid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 3 out of 5. And like, to be fair, I mean, like, it pretty much is good because like these movies do need kind of a winner to draw people in so they can make money. The theaters do anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
So I mean, it's a lot better than Eternals, put it that way.
Yeah, all right, well, fellas, one thing that has been amazing is this episode. Gentlemen, thank you for joining me. Listeners, thank you for joining me once again. JM Brady, J360. Once again, Eric Musifer. Champagne.
There it is.
Right? And this has been State of the Art, and we'll catch you on the next. You guys got anything to say? You got about a minute and a half left. You got any hot takes? Any sort of fun things to throw out there?
Flip.
That's a good one. Well, all week it is year's end, so...
Oh, you end with the jams, right? You end with the jams. Yeah,
that's
okay.
it.
That's fucking...
Jams 39 will break out 2021 and bring in 2022.
We play this right, Jay's going to be the next Dick Clark. Not with the stroke, I mean like hosting a countdown shebang-a-bang. Not...
Oh, you know it, man. Shoot, I'll happily take the role.
I'm Ryan Seacrest.
And I'm Kevin Dunkelman. Yeah, or Kurt Chitwood, whatever the fuck his name is. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Gentlemen, thank you for joining. Anyone listening, thank you for listening. And we'll catch you on the next. See y'all later.
Laters.
It's a holiday story. It's a family story. It's a story of thousands of twinkling lights and countless memories. A story of crackling fireplaces and candlelight Christmas evenings, where the sounds of sleigh bells and carols echo all around. It's a story of peace and togetherness, of glittering ornaments, fragrant wreaths, and wide-eyed wonder. It's the enchanting story of a beloved tradition at America's largest home, with 250 magnificently decorated rooms, each with its own stories to tell. But all this can't begin to tell the full story of Christmas at Biltmore. Come walk in the footsteps of the Vanderbilt family and immerse yourself in a winter wonderland of endless holiday delights. Because as wondrous as the story of Christmas at Biltmore may be, it can never be complete without you. Plan your stay at Biltmore.com.
Lucky Land Casino, asking people, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
Lucky? In line at the deli, I guess?
Aha, in my dentist's office. More than once, actually.
Do I have to say?
Yes, you do.
In the car before my kids' PTA meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Excuse me, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
I never win and tell.
Well, there you have it. You can get lucky anywhere, playing at LuckyLandSlots.com. Play for free right now. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.